Good, I'm Skip.
And I'm DJ.
And this is the Cipher.
Hip hop, man. I said hip hop. That community is just crazy. That the things that we were able to see and experience because of this thing called rap and hip hop.
I mean, you take those lyrics and you pull them away from the music and you put them up on the wall, so someone had to look at them. They would say, "This is genius."
Yo, mic check, mic check, mic check. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Drop one of these. Oh, that's kind of long. Okay. Shout out to Aqua Collective, Tiffany Shantae, Spiritual John, Janelli, Jesse, 64. Let me go to the top. Crash Lantis, Tamila, Kalani Films, Candace, I Spy Zims, Grim, Dre, Positive Vibes, Candace. What's good, Kwani? Natree, Solo in the Crowd, Night by Nix, Marcus, everybody that's coming in. Be sure to hit the like button as y'all coming in, man. Sorry I could not do a live stream for y'all Saturday. As some of y'all know, kid had the flu last week. I didn't get the flu, but I ain't been feeling my best, so I ain't want to come on dragging and sounding terrible. So if you like Skip sound, a little different, well, I just want to go ahead and get that situated before. But I also want to test something out. Can y'all hear this? Can y'all hear that? I tried to see if I can pull in some. Nope, y'all can hear that. Damn. Oh well. It was worth a try. It ain't that big a deal. What we supposed to hear? I had downloaded this extension to play sound effects. It probably it's not easily integrated to StreamYard. So I was trying to see if I could like Afro engineer it in a way that y'all could hear it. But if not, I'd do it later date. I honestly hadn't talked to DJ, and generally he worked his overnight job on Saturdays and Sundays. So like trying to like pull him out the bed and we gotta go back to work tomorrow for a couple hours of stream time. I didn't think that would be gracious. I try to get him on the Wednesday. But nah, I didn't. He won't be here today. Screen sharing was canceled. Okay, cool. Okay, so I said this again. Be sure to hit the like button, all of that good stuff. But since I did miss the the normal Saturday stream, it seemed like a few things have happened. Did I get a chance to hit a Jill Scott? I did not. Like I said, I hadn't been feeling good, so like listening to music was the last thing on my mind. Especially with it feeling like something sinus related. So as you can see, I only have on both headphones. So yeah, I ain't listened to no music in quite a while. Outside of I did listen. I listened to like 85% of the fall off. Yesterday, because I thought I was gonna stream yesterday. But the closer I got to going live or like creating the creating the live stream, I just didn't feel good. And then I let everybody know that I wasn't gonna do it. But and one thing I will say, I was going to I was gonna write an album review for the Fall Off. I'm not sure if I am. Probably not if I do what I'm about to do, but I may still do it just depending on because I still haven't formulated all of my thoughts out yet. But listening to it again, it affirmed some of the stuff that and the only reason I didn't finish listening to it yesterday is because I was supposed to be doing something and we end up like completely cleaning out parts of the house. Like, I think I was coming upstairs to get something. Next thing you know, I cleaned out the whole closet in the studio. And we downstairs like cleaning linen closets and moving shit around. So in a break, I was like, okay, I'm gonna discuss the Fall Off. And I started because I was gonna go live yesterday, like I said. So I started listening to it. I finished the entirety of Disc 2-9. I went into Disc 3-9. I maybe got 3 songs in before I started to like have conversation with my wife about the album, and that ventured off into Spody Odie Dopalicious and playing that, and then sidetracked into some other stuff, and then before I knew it, I wasn't listening to it no more. So but with the J. Cole, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet, and then if I feel so inclined, I'll do an album review because I know it's gonna. I already know based off the response to how a lot of J. Cole's fans felt about our Fall Off reactions. It's going to get hate bombed. So, it'll just be a thought exercise for me if nothing else. But hopefully before it gets hate bombed, it gets out to the people who, some people that resonate with some of the things I was saying. Because as far as the critics' response to it, and a lot of people that I respect in this space, we're all kind of in the same area with the album as far as how we feel about it, some of the good things we have to say about it, some of the not so good things we have to say about it. And kind of like our rating is all in the same space. I think the big shock for a lot of Cole fans, because I could tell a lot of them haven't been here before because they didn't see the consistency in a lot of things that I've particularly been saying in relation to Cole for quite a while, and it's not hate. Like I said, like I wanted, and y'all know, like the people who've been here for a long time, like particularly coming up, like after the album was announced, probably 8 months post Port Antonio, and then even more so up until the announcement of the Fall Off, I was preparing to be excited and to get an album that I felt that I could ultimately champion and give J. Cole an album on the wall. So I was excited. I bought the vinyl once it became available, bought the Birthday 2-6 mixtape, all of that good stuff. So I wasn't in a position, contrary to what they believe, it's like, okay, I'm about to go in on this album and hate it, this, that, and the third. I want to make, like, why would that be something I want to do? Or like, why would that be the end goal, to hate bomb an album as a reactor? That doesn't result in the type of fanfare that a lot of viewers think it would be. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't do nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you give your opinion and it does well, because it's like, okay, if we wanted to like finesse the Cole fans for views, we would say that every song on there is amazing. We would say that we would meet y'all or meet the Cole fans where they are as far as their opinions of the album. And that would get y'all, or that would get the Cole fans to clipping us up, sharing us on social media, and liking it, putting positive comments, and growing the reaction. It's actually counterproductive to react to something and not be positive about it. It don't even work that way for real. Perfect example, the Drake and the Kendrick videos. Like, if the people feel a way about it, it don't really matter what you do. Like, I feel like those Drake reactions were really good. The people weren't fucking with them, so they didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, when people came to watch the clips reaction and they saw our authentic and genuine reaction, that's not us being like hyperbolic. That's not us trying to take advantage of the clips fans or trying to take advantage of the Cardi B fans or whatever the case is. It's us giving our original, organic, pure thoughts as people who love hip hop and taking whatever come with that. So recently with the Cole shit, it's like, oh, okay, just a whole wave of just and crazy enough, like them comments is more negative than them than them Eminem comments. To be clear, and the amount of negative comments is also alarming in connection to like a much larger Eminem video, and it completely like skips over all of the positive things we were saying in the video. But I also think that we just didn't meet them where they wanted to be met. And I'm coming to the realization, and this is kind of like the good and bad of this whole reaction economy. They're not coming to see you react to, they're not coming to see your reaction. They're coming to share their fanfare with a viewer or with somebody experiencing their first experience. It's not to see what you have to say. It's not. It's not to see what you have to say. It's not to see why you feel how you feel in most cases. You know what I mean? Some people just want, like, oh, I like this. I want to go somewhere. Hopefully I can watch this and see somebody else like what I like. And if not, it automatically becomes hate. Which I understand. The game is the game, I guess. However, we're not going to play that game to look up and be like, oh, okay, Skip and DJ got 150,000 subscribers for playing the game. Because like I said before, we could have played the game so many different times. And me and DJ, I've talked about this a bunch of times because DJ don't particularly care for none of the theatrics or none of the politics that takes place in these spaces. Like I said, like I was like, okay, if I pull the veil back, we could have done these things. We could have taken those paid reaction those paid reaction solicitations that we got. We could have taken certain super popular artists and combed through their entire catalog and used that to build an audience on the back of that artist's audience by being hyperbolic or just mega positive and love bombing their fan bases. We could have done that. But at a certain point, you get to a point where you can never turn around and have your own original thought. So if we have to take the road that won't get us to the top super duper fast, but we can stand on everything that we say and it go a little bit slower, I'm 100% fine with that. I don't want it to ever be a time where it's like, damn, like that's something I don't believe in. Like your mind may change over time, but I don't ever want to do something in the moment I don't agree with. I don't ever want to get to a place where I do something I don't agree with just to satiate who can possibly watch it. You feel what I'm saying? So I just wanted to say that because I tell y'all all the time, y'all can say, oh my God, they caught this bar, they caught that bar. Skip and DJ said fire at the same time. They should clip this. Skip did this. DJ did that. The authentic, that is the biggest vote that's the biggest stamp that anybody viewing our channel can give us from my perspective. The authentic part. So like, the other shit is cool. because we started this from an authentic place. So like, as long as we continue to maintain that, whatever happens with this is a plus. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the fact that this was a thought a few years ago, well, not a few, 3-4 years ago, this was a thought. This was a vision. This was simply something that I wanted to happen, but had no idea what it would turn into. 6-7 years ago, all of this shit was still on paper. So to be able to sit in front of, at this point, at this moment, 200 of y'all and share my thoughts with people who genuinely give a fuck about what we want to hear, or to have reactions or album breakdowns or whatever that get viewed and have interest, that's the win. Everything else is just building on the intent to maintain winning. You feel what I'm saying? So like, I'm not going to, at the cost of that one word, authentic, go on a spree to get numbers. Because at the end of the day, it's so easy to like go away. I see 150,000 view music channels all the time. They get like 600 views on live streams. So it's like, or 30, 40 views on. So it's like, though that subscriber count is only as important as the people you can continue to engage that feel like they're gaining something from you. So there will never be a moment where I betray that, because at that point, what the fuck are we doing? I don't need to create content to live. I don't need to create content to live. Is it a nice supplemental piece that allowed me to like step away from my second job? Yes. But if tomorrow some of this shit stopped, I would just go back to doing that and be fine and talk music with DJ on the side like it didn't matter. So we're never going to go through that process of losing who we are to satiate people. We'll never meet. Like, a lot of those J. Cole fans or people who came in to like hate bomb that reaction, they'll probably never come to this channel again. And some of them, because I didn't respond, I didn't read every comment, because that would be put myself through an unreasonable amount of torture. But some of them where I was clicking them, they didn't have comment history. They haven't been here before, and they probably won't be here again. So it's like, why would I be chasing that hamster wheel of needing approval from people who I'm never going to see again, or who are going to consistently want us to keep up that song and dance to make them happy? And it's like, I'm not going for that shit, and I know DJ not going for that shit. But I said all that to say, let's get back to the J. Cole, the fall off. Like, this isn't a review. This is like a multiple listen, just where I'm at mind wise. Okay, so we start off, and I'm gonna make this quick. I'm not even gonna drag it, because like I said, if I do a review, it'll be more in depth. But I'm gonna do this, and then we're gonna get into the baby Keem and all of the other stuff that's been going on this week. Okay, so let me pull up the album. Matter of fact, let me pull up the track list so we can go through it so y'all can see where we at. Give me 1 second. Okay, it's being stupid. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let me put a little something back there, a little razzle dazzle or something. Okay, y'all can't see that. Oh, my fault, y'all. Not that either. Damn, I'm really fucking up. Hold on. Okay, here we go. My bad, y'all. Okay, so 2-9 intro. Cool intro to, I guess, set the stage for what we believe is going to be him just giving us a feel of what's going on. Just the multiple sides of North Carolina, like the whole country shit. Cool. You go into 2-6. The one thing that I noticed is a lot of people don't understand a lot of like terminology as it pertains to like music, because the issue that I brought up with 2-6, and it's not even necessary what in my opinion was an issue, but in 2-6 was him interpolating Sexy Red. And they were like, why are you bringing up nah, I'm just not signed in. I got Apple Music. I don't have Spotify. But he interpolated Sexy Red. Some of the song, that beginning part felt like Drake, 21 Savage, Her Loss era. So it was like the culmination of things that he was using, that he was inspired by, was just like off-putting a bit. Like to go from uh the Mr. Big song to giving Drake 21 Savage vibes to interpolating Sexy Red with the if you something and you want to see what's up. It's not the A part, it's the chorus that he interpolated from the Sexy Red track. So it just was a weird record, a culmination of weird just a multitude of weird sounds coming from J. Cole, in my opinion. So the song is cool, but some of that was just a little off-putting. And for example, like in comparison, like A$AP Rocky just put out an album. A$AP Rocky just put out an album titled Don't Be Dumb. The transitions and apparent homages and just sonic texture that A$AP Rocky and his production team and everybody else that was involved with creating that album put together, not only were those sounds on brand, they all meshed together well. And I think that was the biggest thing with some of the sound choices that culminated to make certain records. They just didn't make sense together. You know, so we leave 2-6. It's a cool record. We go into Safety. Safety is a good record. I like what he was discussing. I like the perspective that he was coming from in some aspects. I like what some people consider homage to Nas One Love from Illmatic, you know, from the perspective of the individual reaching out to him, kind of letting him know what's going on, and just giving him, kind of creating an introduction back into the Ville for the listener and for J. Cole as well. You know, the biggest issue with that song is just the homophobic shit. I feel like as a elite writer, y'all don't need to see the track list that much. I'm gonna pull myself up a little bit. But as far as, okay, yeah, we can do it like this. So I can just blow it up. Y'all don't need to see the, okay, yeah, we'll do it like this. I feel like he could have got that point across. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Baby Keem. I'm just gonna get this out the way real quick. The like I said, the homophobic shit. It was, he could have got to that point and elaborated on being problematic without having to actually reintroduce the problematic shit. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, I don't have to punch a woman in the face to inform the viewing public that domestic violence is wrong. You feel what I'm saying? So other than that, I think that song was dope. I just felt like that was a little bit off-putting. Especially because if you don't say the fruity type, blank in the blank type, you can get all the way around and include and input the same type of emotional distress and all of that stuff. You could have got all of those emotions off without being openly offensive. And I'm not just saying this as a straight man. I've spoken to people of the community and they have issues with that line, men and women. So I'm not just saying that solely from my point of view. Of course, I'm going to feel how I'm going to feel, regardless of how anybody else feels about it. But yeah, so we go into the next song, Run a Train. This is a song after multiple listens that I feel like improved to me. I think it was cool in the reaction. J. Cole was really rapping on this record. And I never had an issue with the Future portion. I felt like that was like Future from like his honest era. So yeah, I like that one. I like that song. I didn't really have anything negative to say about that record. Up until this point, the album is progressing cool. Poor Thing. This record is fire. And the one thing I will say about the album too that kind of like puts me in a weird space is how the songs, like some songs like have like 3 acts to them. Yeah, if we nitpicking, Run a Train does have a cringe title. But that's some Future shit. But onto Poor Thing. And I want to explain this point. Where does safety conversation take place? From what I gathered, J. Cole is out of town. J. Cole is age 29, and this is the song that J. Cole needed to get him to come back home. That's how I interpreted the song. So yeah. Okay, so I want to make this point clear. In as it pertains to the Poor Thing record. There is no real issue with J. Cole talking about what's taking place in his city, the place that he's from. I don't necessarily have a problem with that. As I discussed in the reaction, my issue was how he does it. Because when I said, I was like, he's gonna talk about niggas dying, I already know that's gonna happen. A lot of people took that as, why can't J. Cole talk about the murder rate where he's from, because it is in fact people dying where he's from. I did not have a problem with that as much. Like, that was a separate issue. The first issue was, I hate that he approaches it the exact same way with the exact 2 words, niggas die. And when I say that I don't like that he's doing that, or the way, is because he's introducing it the same way. So it's creatively immature. There's a bunch of different ways to get to that point. You feel what I'm saying? Like, introduce the fact that there's death in your community in a more litany of ways, or in a more creative, with a more creative engine. So that way it doesn't have a diminishing return, because you're introducing it and using it as a punchline the same way over and over and over and over. And when they say, don't be mad about, or how you gonna be mad at J. Cole about it, but not be mad at this, that artist, and the third, we're not comparing J. Cole to those artists. When I'm comparing J. Cole, I'm comparing J. Cole to J. Cole, but also to the field that J. Cole says he exists in. So everybody big 3 down, barring maybe Big Crit, Wale. Yeah, Big Crit and Wale probably. I'm not considering him with anybody else. Maybe Tyler, the Creator now. But everybody below that, Big Shine down, they don't count. So I'm not comparing him to those individuals. So when I'm hearing J. Cole, I'm comparing J. Cole. Thank you, baby. How much sound? No. Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, this looks like it's hot. Appreciate you. I'm comparing him to those individuals. I need him to operate as an all NBA, all pro, Hall of Fame level individual. That's it. So anything other than that is whataboutism that's not conducive. So I'm not trying to hear that shit. So back to Poor Thing. The first verse of Poor Thing, amazing. if the record ended right there, 10 out of 10 record. If it ends after the first verse, the hook, what a like little pre-hook lead up to picture my soul climbing out of infinite hole. If it goes all the way through that first verse, ends after the hook, 10 out of 10 record. The intent is felt, the energy is felt. Then it goes into the boosted, which is also cool. But the way that the song continues and does not evolve to match the first part of the song hurts the song overall. So I think after extended listens, it's just not as good, nor does it carry the energy from the first part of the song. So I think it goes from like a 10 to like an 8, which is cool. But I love that first verse and the boosted part. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Legacy. I don't like this song at all. I just on some musical shit, I don't like it. I don't like it. We'll move forward. Bunts Road Blues, fire record. It details the tug and pull that J. Cole is having as an artist and as a character with the woman that he has interest in. Tim's went stupid. That's why I was so impassioned in the reaction for that specific part, because it's like, you need this. Like when you're creating music, there is a level of you have to have a level of dynamic nature in the music to keep the listener entertained, or to evolve the sound of the music so it doesn't sound redundant. This is my biggest issue with like or For Your Eyes Only or Forest Hills Drive, and even some aspects on KOD. It's like it's just too much. It's just too much. It's too much J. Cole, and J. Cole doesn't have a mega dynamic voice. So when he tries to do dynamic shit, it just don't hit the way that it should, because he's not vocally dynamic. So when he tries to sing, like actually sing, it just doesn't hit. You know what I'm saying? Because he's just not, he doesn't carry that level of vocal, that level of vocal dynamic. So when he introduces a Future and a Tim's on this record, it makes the record a very great record. Like this is one of my favorite records on the entire album, Bus Road Blues. They did a great job. Tim's did a beautiful job of not only singing, but like expressing the woman's perspective of being tied in with the man that maybe not putting her in the best position or putting her first when she feel like she need to be. You know, the Future part, vocally, it sounds good. I don't too tough know how I feel about the nice and slow interpolation, but overall, he didn't ruin the song. It was cool. Who the fuck is you? I don't think I like this record either. Let me hold on. Let me get a little taste of. Hold on. Pause. That's crazy as fuck. Yeah, I don't really like that record. I feel like this is one of the late. I think this is where the disc one starts to get a little bit lazy for me. This is a record that shouldn't have made the album, and I remember feeling this way when it was on one of the. It was promo for the lead in. When he got to the Unibrow, moved through the city with a suit of armor, like I was like, okay, he rapping, but this song just don't sound inspired at all. It don't sound inspired at all. It's not, especially on this type of album where it's supposed to be all of these things. This one of them ones that don't make the cut. Like how does My Life from the off season or Amari from the off season not make the fall off, but we got Who the Fuck Is You on here? You feel what I'm saying? Like just the level of, because there's not a huge level of artistic ambition on either one of those three songs, but just the quality of the song we got from those two runs this song out of the water, if I'm being quite honest. So I'm taking off. Legacy is out of here. Who the Fuck Is You? I don't like that song. I don't too tough like him doing the Eminem verse. I don't like that. Like it was just like, okay, I'm trying to flex rap muscle, but like this supposed to be your defining album. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. You know, so drum and bass. I think I like this record a little bit. I just think it's in a bad place because we're starting to come to back records that ain't really hidden like that. So I think in his mind, Who the Fuck Is You was supposed to be a big up tempo record, and get the people back into appreciating the more slow, mellowed out tracks that like a drum and bass will have. And drum and bass was a cool record, but nothing, you know, is lacking that dynamism. Like it just doesn't have what it needs. And then we get into, but like I said, overall cool record, probably 7.5 out of 10. We get to the Let Out. I listened to the Let Out again yesterday. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Oh shit, it's good. It's hot though. We get to the Let Out. My issue with the Let Out, because somebody was like on my head, like heavy about not appreciating like Latin culture because of the Latin guitars and this, that, and the third. I need to be an A&R. Yeah. I don't know. I just trust my ear, man. I don't know. You know, some people, you know, let me listen to their music and help them, you know, format stuff like that. And but thank you, Black Nella. So I try when I can, but I just don't know if that's my ministry. It's kind of like that with just like I can't really describe my taste. I just know when I like something. But I appreciate that though, Mookie. With the Let Out. The Spanish stuff, the Spanish guitar and the energy that song was creating, and then like the old Western vibe and all of that. I get the thought process, but in the context of this album, it doesn't fit. It's like it's jarring to a point where I don't feel a thematic lead into it other than conceptually, but like musically, it is insanely out of place. It is like to the point that it's out of place is crazy to me. And then it's two sides of this song, because the second verse of the Let Out does way more with being connected to who J. Cole is as an artist than the first verse. The whole smooth criminal / El Dorado Puss in Boots side of the first half of the song does not match that second part that kind of has like more of a rock influence to it. And some people say like a Bone Thugs and Harmony influence. The two halves of the song don't create a good whole. That second half is better than that first half. That first verse, he should have just made that how he made the second one. Or like just a toned down version of that second one. It throws it off. It throws it off. I get the point of the Let Out, like with it being okay. This is supposed to be the climax of Diss 2-9, where I come back. I'm feeling a way about home feeling a way about me. I want to tap in with this girl because she's gonna kind of remind me of like the best parts of myself and Neville. I get it. I think a lot of people was like, y'all don't understand. I understand 100%. I understand clearly. It's not something that's so deep that needs to be studied. It's like you like it or you don't. You listen, you pull up the lyrics, you read the lyrics, you listen to the music over and over to get context. But like to consistently tell people that they can't trust their ear is like disrespectful to the listener, because it's like I can only trust it when I'm in agreement with whoever this person is, you know. So I just think that's disrespectful to you know, just it's almost on some shut up and dribble shit for the fans, and I don't like that. So back to the fall off. Second half much better than the first half. First half some of the worst shit I done heard from J. Cole in his career, because not only is it off-putting, it's jarring in context to the album, sonically. The vocal performance is utterly atrocious. I understand the appeal with the "oh, will we survive the let out." That part is cool. Him rapping on the second verse, the tension is there. You feel that with the suspense that's created with the instrumentation. Much better part than the first part. But when you put them together as a song, it doesn't turn out to be a good song. And then the whole like, I guess everybody a hero in their own story type shit. Like, hey, like, shawty, somebody just told me while you with me that some niggas is like trying to line me, and I'm telling you, we need to get out the club and dip. And somewhere along the roads, you grabbing my waist, talking about you want me. Niggas is trying to like, it's really some shit going down. And like, you finna get a nigga smoked because you caught up in a rapture of love. Like, sweetie, let's fucking go. So like, I'm just trying to suspend disbelief for that record. And like conceptually, it's like one of them things. It's like, okay, I'm gonna take this still, even though it's a bad moment for me to eventually like to end it with making myself look good. You feel what I'm saying? So that song just don't land for me. It don't really even take off for me. That if I remake a version of this album, not only will it be much shorter, that won't be on there. We're going to Bombs in the Ville. Another Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type of creation. Like, just insane work to me. So the Bombs in the Ville song, terrible. I get it conceptually. I like with what he's saying, I get it. It does not sound good. It does not sound good. And then out of nowhere, back to the ASAP Rocky of it, back to the Schoolboy Q of it, back to the Tyler the Creator of it. Transition. When you are going musically, cinematically from one thought to the next, you have to create sonically pleasing transitions. You have to create sonically pleasing transitions. And I feel like that is probably one of the biggest things that like disrupts song changes in sonic movement throughout the album, not having the proper transitions. That hurts a musical experience, especially an experience that is this long. Just like when you watching a movie, if the scene transition from one scene to the next is not done well, it fucks up what's going on. It does. Like in the more you watch movies and you start to see like, oh shit, like for example, Stranger Things, like if they're in the right side up and they transition into the upside down, there is a visual representation of that transition that makes that scene, those two scenes come together and make them hit harder. And he's not doing it. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say the whole album is trash. I don't agree with that. Like I said, there's some dope moments on this album, and I'm gonna continue to discuss. Like I don't even think the album in its totality is trash. I don't even want to say that. I just think in comparison to what it was presented as, what amount of time went into it, it's just a disappointment. So Bombs in the Ville, this song isn't good. It's not good sonically. If you're following the concept of the album and that's what you want to lean on, fine. But no bueno for me. And then the wild transition into Hit the Gas. And then the sexy drill aspect of it, and then him taking that on when he easily could have grabbed a drill artist to kind of like put this together for him. I'm not really going with that, but the vibe of Hit the Gas, like I think for like a 20-second run. Let me see if I can get to it real quick. This part right here, that sound like skate music. I like this. That part was cool. And then out of nowhere, out of nowhere, he's FaceTiming himself from 10 years later. How? Like what? Like that's what I'm saying. Like as a thematic piece of art, like this shit is like scatterbrain as fuck. Like, how do you go from, hey, shawty, I'm trying to be with you, this, that, and the third, yada yada yada, then boom, sexy drill, cool. If that's what you're going for, boom, I'm FaceTiming myself 10 years later and kind of trying to create some type of resolution with this first half and introduce the theme of the second half. It comes out of nowhere. It's jarring. It's not, it doesn't feel as impactful because it's not placed where it should be. Like my nigga, you didn't even have to introduce the whole FaceTime shit. Like, you've jumped genre damn near with no, you know what I mean? Like, this is one of those things that Logic would do, but pull off in a much more creative fashion. And that's why I kind of compared him to Logic during the reaction, because as time goes by, they're more alike than people want to give credit for. I think Logic has disgraced himself, like with the public, to a point where people just aren't fucking with him at all. And I'm kind of done with the, biracial identity crisis. It's perfectly fine to be biracial. I don't have a problem with that. Not judging him for that. It's the way he expresses his struggles with identity in public, and it's always jarring because it's like, what are you trying to prove? Like, just be you and don't come across like you're attacking people to accept it when it always feels like you haven't come to grips with it to a point of loving and understanding of self. You feel what I'm saying? So the hit the gas transition into the FaceTime discussion is just weird. It's off-putting. It doesn't have a place. It's not returned to and made to be understood. So it should have been its own standalone track, maybe with a chorus. It should have been an interlude. You feel what I'm saying? Because not only does it not fit with Bombs in the Ville, it doesn't even fit with Hit the Gas. It's just in a crazy place. And then Lonely at the Top. Rap wise, I mean, I think it's a cool record. I think it's a cool record. One thing that we've been told as listeners, particularly as it pertains to this J. Cole album, is to just let them rap. Just let them rap and take what they say as nothing more than performance art. Shout out to FD. He's talking about kayfabe or whatever it's called. I don't know. I don't watch wrestling. Haven't for 20 plus years. And there's no disrespect to anybody that watches wrestling. It's just not something I do. Like, once I found out it was fake, it kind of just took a lot of it away from me. Like, I don't get to enjoy it as much. Like, if I found out basketball was fake, like if I found out, not like a theory, but if it's like, nah, like that shit performance art, like, no, that shit kind of scripted. We already know beginning of the year who's gonna win, or we develop who we want to win throughout the year to keep y'all entertained. If I was to find that out for a fact, I probably would not watch basketball no more. And I barely watch it now because I don't have time. But like, if I was to find that out for a fact, once you get in the back rooms and you start to find shit out like that about it, it's hard to watch it. Because it's like, now you're telling me to suspend my disbelief. You already telling me to suspend my belief in some of this shit, like with the movies. Like, hey, believe that a man can actually fly and emit rays that can like match the sun heat for heat. So, okay, cool. I'm gonna suspend my belief for that. But now you want me to suspend my disbelief and like, well, suspend my disbelief for that, the movie shit. But now you want me to suspend my belief and just like take everything that these niggas is saying at face value, but also not put weight behind the words and simply just intake it as art that's not connected to anything real. I didn't know hip hop was ever supposed to be engineered under that guise. I didn't know that. And if that's the case, I really got to do some some soul searching and see if I still even want to fuck with hip hop for real. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, if that's the case, I was just brought into this shit under a different, I was just brought into it under a different set of circumstances. I didn't know that the people that are being that are coming across as being forthright and putting their heart and soul into this music are nothing more than liars. You feel what I'm saying? So like, I would have to completely reprogram how I see this shit and just look at it like a movie. But there's a reason why documentaries and movies hit different. There is a reason why there's a level of rawness in documentaries that movies cannot recreate most times. You know, so if you telling me that the shit that people are positing as documentary is only movie, and not only movie, but like scary movie type shit, how am I to view it if we've been presented these things as not necessarily 100% factual, but authentic retellings of the individuals sitting in the sitting in the booth or wherever they at, like coming up with these pieces of art to present to the world. Shout out to Luke 22234. Does performance art equal performative? No. Performative is like, from my estimation, kind of like, as people from where I'm from call putting 10 on 100. It's like in introducing a level of inauthenticity. No, operating with a level of inauthenticity to make the authentic feel more authentic. For example, you ever been somewhere, you be like, bruh, you saw did you heard Tim and B-Roy got to fighting? It's like, no, what happened to Tim and B-Roy? Bro, let me tell you, bro. So boom, you feel me? Tim was with B-Roy shouted, bro, and he walked down on him like, what the fuck you doing, my girl? And he was like, shit, fuck it look like. And then next thing you know, shit, Tim like take off on B-Roy. It's like he hit his ass for real, on God. Punched his ass in the street. Cuz came off his feet and everything. Next thing you know, Cuz was 5 feet in the air. So it's like, okay, the 5 feet in the air is the 10 put on 100. Did Tim take off on B-Roy? Yes. Did he knock him off his feet? Yes. But did he put him 5 feet in the air? No. You feel what I'm saying? And that 5 feet from maybe the 6 inches is the performative shit that starts to, once you actually see what happened, take the luster out of the actual happening about it. I'm gonna get to the Baby Keem part. And crazy enough that may give this part more context. But yeah, so it's like when you see the video, it's like, damn, like he ain't knock his ass out like that. He hit him though. He knocked his ass out, but he ain't put his ass 5 feet in the air. So the shit just hit a little different because now you see that there was a lie to make what originally happened sound more crazy. You thought he punched his ass in the street. He punched him. One of his feet came off the ground a little bit and he stumbled into the street. Not punched him into the street. Cuz lost his balance. You also didn't say that Cuz was drunk. So that's the performative part about it. You feel what I'm saying? Or another part of being performative. Jason Tatum won the finals 2023, I think, whenever they won the finals. 2024, I can't remember. He tried to recreate the KG moment. It came out performative because nothing about it felt real. So it's performative when it doesn't feel real. When it's obviously inauthentic. That Jason Tatum shit was obviously inauthentic. He was trying to make a moment because he felt like in that time frame, he was supposed to make a moment. And he failed to do so. So with that being said, that's what I mean when I say, well, to answer your question about the performative part. I understand your point, but what about NWA and Ice Cube? We've discussed here before that We know that Eazy-E wasn't writing his raps. We know that Cube went from where he was from, or where wasn't from where, like, he wasn't the type of, he wasn't that person. So yes, there is a level of performative nature in that. Like, yes, like there is some hood reporter aspect to it, but even more so, there is using your cultural cachet to present an image that isn't necessarily you. So yes, I'm still in the same position about that. Yeah. Um, where are we? Okay, Lonely at the Top, finishing the first album. And I'm in the second one won't be as long. But Lonely at the Top, I wonder who he's talking about as far as the artists that he sees at age 29 that aren't making the type of music that they should be, and he's not able to chase them. I'm very curious about that. Excuse me, because at this time, I think Life is Good is out, Watch the Throne is out. I think Carter 4 is out. Dark Twisted Fantasy had just came out shortly before Watch the Throne. I think Jay-Z was prepping for Magna Carta. So I'm curious to see who he was talking about on this song, especially from the perspective of I want to help them. Like, I want to make them good again. Yeah, it's a cool record. In context, I understand it. In real life application with context around, like, real world context, I don't understand it because I'm curious about who he's talking about. And I don't know. But as a story, if we're looking at it solely as, okay, this a movie, all right, I understand it. 3-9 intro, another one of those tell a 2-song type things. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, please just finish a creative thought. Like, if you was gonna make 3-9 intro the first half, it should have stayed the first half. If you was gonna make it the second half, it should have stayed the second half. Or like create a better transition off that song. It was cool, but it was like it didn't blend and create a marriage sonically like it should have. Perfect example of a song that accomplishes this. I know a lot of y'all people don't listen to this individual. Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith and his sister Willow on Jaden's Sire album did a 4-part song intro titled Blue. The first song was B, second Lue. It's a 4-song intro to the album. 3-9 intro, it's way lesser version of that. Fall Off is Inevitable. Great record in the context of the album. Great record, comma. In the context of the album, in retrospect, I don't know where this song fits, because the song is both from it speaks from such a finite start and end place that it doesn't represent any part of the album. You feel what I'm saying? The Fall Off is Inevitable starts off with him being dead and then ends with him not being in existence. So to place it in between him figuring out his 39-year-old self, it just doesn't make sense. It's a fire record. I just don't know where it fits contextually. The Villas, 10 out of 10 record. The Villas, Erykah Badu, 10 out of 10 record. This is a 10 out of 10 record. Great raps. I really fuck with the chorus. I like the Erykah Badu backing vocals. I really like it, especially when you put into context it being interpolating Outkast, and well, not even necessarily interpolating. Well, yeah, that's kind of interpolation of Elevators, and the connection that Erykah Badu has to Andre 3000. That's a 10 out of 10 record. 10 out of 10. Old Dog, okay. It is an okay record. Old Dog is an okay record. Shout out to Peter Pablo. DJ called him. Said that J. Cole needed it. For North Carolina, cool. As a record, okay. Life Sentence on return listens. I don't really like this song. It's okay. Barely okay. I just feel like this is a record that you make songwriting wise as a young artist. This is a record you make as a young artist. This is a record you make as a young artist. The songwriting on this is not that good. And this is my issue with the disc 3-9, the songwriting. The songwriting. It fails him multiple times on disc 3-9. Only You. I do not like this record either. I feel like Burna Boy was just on the song. It's like they just locked him in the studio and said, you got to fill up 2 minutes. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you say it. Just take up this time. This is not a good record. This is an okay record in Old Dog. Lesser than okay record in Life Sentence. I like the DMX chorus. That's cool. But the song itself, I ain't really fucking with it. Only You, I don't like this record at all. I didn't on the reaction. Man Up Above. Why use the Marvin Sapp sample and then interpolate Jennifer Lopez? It's just like, what the fuck were these creative choices? Like, how did they come together? Like how do they come together? And then the song don't even really speak to the Never Would Have Made It. And it kind of sort of speaks to the Don't Be Fooled by the Rocks That I Got, but that is a nasty, like that, it's just sonically not good. It's like, it's just too many ideas like floating around on one given song and just creating a jumbled final product. The verse that he had when he was talking to the dude that was in jail, dope verse. But like the song itself and like all of those wild pieces, it's like having a chocolate chip cookie with like a cube of ice, like a small cube of ice lodged in it. You feel them? It's just like, okay. Well, I asked my wife yesterday. I was like, do you like, imagine having like a 10-piece medium with lemon pepper sprinkles, ice cream, and mashed potatoes. That is your meal. You can even say that you want to enjoy all of these things separately, but having them together is insane. Having them together is insane. So yeah, the Man Up Above was a crazy record, like insane, like as far as a song building, from a song building aspect. Yeah, shout out to Screaming Cell. It kind of strikes me as unmedicated ADHD writing and recording. It's all over the place. It's all over the place. And taking 10 years to build it is like, how the fuck do you land on this? I Love Her Again. Dope record. They said it was by the time I got this far, I stopped listening yesterday. So I don't have a super in-depth thought on this particular record outside of what I thought from the reaction when it was like the record was cool, nice homage to Common. I just didn't like that he introduced the beef shit and tried to use it as a way to contextualize. I was just like, why? I got you, DJ. I saw the text message. I gotta finish this. I gotta finish this. I got you. I gotta finish this. I Love Her Again. Cool record. Didn't too tough like him infusing the beef shit, because it's like the people who take offense to him saying it get bashed for saying J. Cole is so past the beef. He can't, like, they're saying we can't get past the beef and let him just have the album that he wants to make and that they can enjoy, but it's like he's bringing it up and sprinkling it in ways that we have to recontextualize certain parts of certain songs. And he also said that one of these albums, or the combination of them both, was recrafted around the event, quote unquote, that fed the algorithm all 2024. So what do you expect? Like, he's telling me that this shit is connected to the beef in some type of way. Okay. So cool record, weird to try to recontextualize. What if? Absolutely terrible. Because of, like, we're taking it I can't suspend I can't suspend my belief, man. I can't. I understand, like, I understand what has happened. I've been here. I reported on some of this shit. I reacted to a lot of this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I've just been here as a hip hop fan. And then for you to make a record, even beyond the stuff that I know, like, shout out to Jalopy. He, like, a lot of people are like super entrenched in like what happened between Biggie and Pac. So for them, from their perspective, to like know what happened, and for J. Cole to minimize this under the guise of him using them to reiterate the points he made in Port Antonio and in the apology, to make it seem like, damn, bro, like, if niggas just would have apologized, like, shit wouldn't even got where it got. And then if they apologize, maybe my apology wouldn't come across so bad. It's just like, it's extremely dismissive. You're speaking from the perspective of two people who not here, and we don't know if you got blessings from their families to like recontextualize their life and death for a record like this. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of people like, well, Kendrick did it with Reincarnated. Kendrick didn't even speak from the perspective of Tupac at all. He flipped the Tupac record, kind of channeled him a little bit vocally, but the perspectives that he's discussing is two elder musicians who have yet to be named, and directly from his perspective. It's a completely different execution, completely different concept, completely different thought exercise. They don't exist in the same space. And he still got that cleared by the estate. Got Mortal Man cleared by the estate. Got The Hard Part 5 cleared by Nipsey's estate by way of Lauren London. It's not the same at all. It's not the same at all. The places that Kendrick is coming from is from love and adoration of those individuals. He's not even speaking in no aspect outside of the Nipsey thing, which got cleared by Lauren London, to recontextualize what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? So I just think this is nasty. Like, because even if Kendrick did that, spoke from Nipsey's perspective on The Hard Part 5, it doesn't serve him in any way to do that. Like, it's not like, oh, maybe if they would have apologized, they wouldn't be looking. At the end of the day, that song still serves J. Cole. What If still serves to build onto the lore of J. Cole's apology. Like, that song is selfish in its creation. So that's another reason I don't like it. It serves him mostly. And if the estates didn't bless that, that's crazy. Shout out to Moray on the chorus. He was cool. Shout out to Moray on the chorus. It was cool. It was dope to hear him. Hadn't heard him for a while. Quick Stop. I like this record. I did like this. I like the passion he spoke with. One nitpick is I'm gonna be 100%. I'm nitpicking on this record. Is I met a dude at the gas station and he was on my dick. I met a dude at the gas station and he was on my nuts, bro. That's what the song's saying. As a nitpicky hater. But listening to it, the first time I heard it, I thought this song was beautiful. I think this song does much more to not only humanize, but also to give perspective or to realign J. Cole's perspective at this stage in his career of why he does it. I feel like this song realigns and represents J. Cole with perspective. This is one of the more powerful songs on the whole album, on both sides. Quick Stop is a dope record because it's like, hey, lock back in. This is what you here for. It's for these authentic interactions with people to really show you what you're doing in the world, because that's why you started to make music. Dope record. And Quick Stop. And also for the person to be outside slanging bouquets and to stop what he's doing to give J. Cole his flowers. I said it in the reaction. That's a beautiful play on what's happening cinematically. I feel like this should be a video. I don't know how people will take it. I feel like Quick Stop should be a video. Let's get into The Whole World's DeVille. Okay record. I feel like it was his like way to recreate what Jid been doing to end his albums. It was okay. Ocean Way. I think this is probably the only song that J. Cole's like singing on that I enjoyed moderately. I see the actual, the real tangible ego death in this song. Him cutting his head off and like going home. I did like that. I found a large amount of finality in that, so I did respect this record as a way to end the album. It officially kills off J. Cole. So yeah, I did appreciate that. Excuse me. Overall, I think I got this 2.9, 7.5 out of 10 with no 10-year grading curve, just on his face. 7.5 out of 10. This 3.9, 5.5, maybe a 6. As a total project, allowing some of the stronger songs to carry the weight that some of the other songs don't. And all of that, I probably end up right back at a 7. I end up right back at a 7. As generous as I can be. I'm at a 7. Let me add DJ in. I just had to, hold on. I had to say that. I had to get that shit off. Shout out to my beloved brother DJ. I that was one of those parts I just didn't want to I didn't want to piggyback. I wanted to get all of that off. I didn't want to forget. I didn't want to lose my train of thought. So yeah, yeah, I think taking all things into consideration in the moment, it's a 7. If I start to account for 10 years, I start to look at this much more harshly. But just on his face, album released in 2026 from J. Cole, top 3 of the era by a lot of people definition, 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. At its best. I understand the concept. Songwriting is kind of indicative of my issue with J. Cole his whole career. Post from 2014 forward, I feel like he's just been getting weaker and weaker, regressing as a songwriter. I feel like he's being stronger as a rapper in that point in time. And I feel like, and that's why, what's good, bro? Let me finish this part. Turn your mic down a little bit. You echoing. Yeah, I just feel like he kind of got that Eminem effect. He's the better he got as a rapper, the worse he got as a artist. And I was hoping, and that's why I paid $80 for the vinyl. I was hoping that this was gonna be the album where his artistry met his rap skills, and it didn't. And that's a big part of why I responded the way I responded throughout those reactions. It was based on what I thought that this album was gonna be. What I was told it was gonna be as well. Real quick, shout out to DJ.
Yo. I ain't know you was going live, but when you pulled it up and I heard you talk about Cole, I'm like, I'm gonna wait till this nigga get all his shit off. because I don't even want to come here and talk about this nigga. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's why when you text me, you was like, put me in the game. I'm like, hold on, like,
ISO.
Yeah, it was one of those things where I had to finish my thought. I didn't want to get sidetracked. I didn't, no disrespect, I didn't want to like serve, and I didn't want to play tennis. I didn't want to do none of that. I just wanted to get it off.
Trust me, I didn't either, bro. I promise you I don't. Like after going through the discourse with these niggas over this album, like I mean, granted, I know the coal miners is out there. They fuck with J. Cole strong. But I just wouldn't expect them to come out like this, bro. Y'all are absolutely insane. I can't do it. I can't deal with y'all. So I don't even want to talk about this shit no more, bro. And look, I got the blue lights on, let y'all know I ain't even gonna come in here on no crazy shit. I'm just cooling. Just let Skip run this shit. I'm just, kicking shit from the background. But, however, I got somebody in here that's
fresh fade alert. Fresh fade alert.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I had to get right. You know what I'm saying?
Fresh fade alert.
Yeah, I had to get right.
Got somebody in the background?
Yeah, man. I'm trying to keep her contained. I'll tell her the topics.
So she finessed you, huh?
Man, basically, I can only get on live if I let her come on here and pop her shit, pretty much.
Damn.
So I don't know. She may be popping in and out here or there. Oh, here come Kobe.
What's up, Kobe?
Hey, what's up, Skip?
What's up, Skip?
What's up, man? How you doing? Oh, he can't hear me, can it?
Yeah, he can't hear you. I did say my thoughts on the Fall Out Drake already. It ain't changed. It's a cool 7.5 out of 10, bro. Like it's. I think it just would have been better marketed as just a regular as J. Cole album, bro. Not his magnum opus, not his album to cap off his entire career, not Reasonable Doubt Last, all that other shit. If it was just a regular J. Cole album and it was shortened by at least 12 songs, we might have a different conversation. But that shit is bloated. He has some potential in there, but he just don't hit the mark on a lot of the shit. Not for me personally. As a J. Cole fan, it just don't work. Yeah. I'm sorry. Like, I think you put too much sauce on it and you didn't deliver. That's just me. But of course, me having that thought is me being a hater.
Indeed. Why you hate him so much, man?
I don't know, man. Like I don't understand this nigga so much. Like I'm listening to hate the album. I didn't go into it with the best of intentions. Like y'all just need to accept it for what it is, or like y'all just don't understand a classic when you hear it, or y'all ain't listening to the lyrics. He said this, he really meant that. Y'all don't understand. Like y'all listening too hard. You gotta turn your brain off to listen to the shit. You're like, bro, what am I doing? If I gotta turn my brain off to listen to one of the people that y'all hear that as the greatest lyricist / rapper of all time, the GOAT. If I gotta turn my brain off to listen to this nigga album, this shit not good, bro. I'm sorry, it's not good if I have to do that to enjoy it. So that's just me. And
Love Child, are you being serious, or are you like going with the narrative of what DJ's saying?
I think they going with it.
Okay, I just want to be sure.
Yeah,
I just want to be sure.
It makes me mad because I'm a J. Cole fan first, but I'm not gonna be oblivious to the shit that I'm hearing. That's all. So
okay,
that's all I got to say on that.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you all have showed up for. You just happened to step into Cole, a soft Cole review. I think that stops us from having to sit down for a week and listen to it over and over and over and over, and writing a review that might get even more.
Come tell you, if I have to go in even more in depth, it's gonna be bad. I'd rather just take it for where I am with it right now, as a cool mid album, but nowhere near delivered what you said it was gonna be. I just rather leave it there because if I dive deeper into that album, these niggas not gonna like me, bro.
I got it. Okay. Did you listen to Icon from Brent Fires?
No.
Okay. Sorry,
I don't.
Quani. Nobody's heard it, buddy. Nobody's heard it. And by
I don't check.
DJ.
I don't check for Brent Fires, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Quani. I'm not going. I don't even like him, bro. Like y'all think I be playing like I'm mega straight. Okay, hold on, real quick. Shout out to Black Hiller. She said, y'all sold me, and then we're gonna get into the super chats, and then we're gonna progress into what's black on the screen. She said, y'all sold me on the greatest lyricists of all time, and I was bombarded with rock and power ballads. Someone should have warned me that he was in his melodic bag. Nobody knew. Nope, nobody knew. So I apologize for your ears. But yeah, I don't like Brent, bro. I've never liked Brent. His F the World, I think that was an EP or something. That's the only that I've ever listened to, and it was cool. He's a terrible singer.
Yeah, I think it was only like 7 or 8 songs, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it was.
F the world, I'm a walking direction. Like he sounds bad. He's terrible. He's a terrible singer. But let's do these super chats real quick. Shout out to BJ Lemons with the $2 super chat. Thank you. Shout out to Dre, $2. I'm gonna stop saying the money amount. I appreciate it, but the actual chat is more important. Shout out to Dre with the super chat legacy. Thank you. Shout out to T Mac 3957 with the super chat. Good evening, Skip, DJ Decoders, mods. Been waiting on y'all to check out Baby to it. Have you seen the first one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you seen the second one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we in the same space. We'll probably skim through the first one. Like we won't watch it. I'll just probably like stop like 3 or 4 times through it.
Yeah.
And we'll just talk about what we're saying. Shout out to my listening library, YT with the super chat. Episode 2 of the doc is great. So much talent at PG Lane. Shout out to the aunt that never stopped. Shout out to Connie. Shout out to Oscar Ortiz with the big dog. Appreciate you and DJ calling it like you see it. Much respect. Thank you. I don't know if you was early DJ. One of the biggest things, you feel me? Like the biggest compliment you can give me as far as great shit is authentic. Like everything else is cute, but like, you know, because we want to be appreciated for like catching bars and like our appreciation for hip hop being visible above all things is the authenticity. So I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Dre again with the super chat was Get Rich or Die Trying kayfabe.
I said, how can I have more candy?
I don't know. I guess everything we gotta suspend our belief. Just take everything as a movie.
I don't understand that. What do you mean by kayfabe?
Kayfabe is like wrestling, like.
Okay.
Yeah, kayfabe is like I get just the fakeness of wrestling. It's like presented as reality, but we all know that it's fake. I don't know the exact definition, but it's like fake shit within reality. Shout out to SEN Rocks with the super chat. Thank you. Shout out to T Mac with the super sticker, much appreciated. Shout out to SEN Rocks. I understand your point about NWA. Ice Cube, I responded to that earlier. Shout out to Simply J 20. That's also a member. Shout out to all our members who contribute, who have contributed to the platform and the stream towards the goal. Thank you. Shout out to Orator Import. Some of the great stuff from time to time. It happens. And that's fine. That's fine. I think we just have to
give it to me. Then go to your room.
hold on.
I'm talking about all the silly questions that you have. I don't want to answer the question. You just told us to leave you alone. Stop. Stop. Okay,
Yeah, I just think we shouldn't be criminalized or demonized acknowledging that is mid. Like it's okay for them to drop mid. Like we can acknowledge that some of Jay-Z albums weren't his best albums. Like people say all the time, like House Truth Disciple, Distant Relatives, Nasir, a lot of Wayne albums, particularly post Carter 3, were mid. It's okay. I just feel like
Okay.
we should be able to acknowledge that it's mid, and they should be able to drop mid sometimes. I just think it just shouldn't be presented as criminal when the fans acknowledge that. Shout out to Dre. He said, would love to hear DJ's thoughts on sitting with the fall off. He said 7.5 out of 10, and he don't want to talk about it. And lastly for Cam, with the super chat, I'm interested on the artist that PG Lang is going to sign and discover to the label, just like I was with TDE. Well, I will say this, Cam, PG Lang is not a label. It's not a label. They're not a label. So we can't really look at them under the guise of a label. Okay. So thank y'all for your contributions, but we about to get to it. This is Boo Man 2 from Baby Keem Casino documentary leading up to the release of the album. It's not Cole's best album, Dre. Sorry.
Hi, my name is Lakendi Govan, and today is my 21st birthday, and hopefully I'm about to go out to the bar. And...
Can y'all hear this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can hear.
I want to make sure they can too.
How long is this?
10 minutes.
10. Okay.
Yeah, it hadn't went out. Yeah, we still good. Okay, this just came in. Shout out to Larry J with the super chat. Shout out to Skip and DJ. Cole album pretty decent. P.S. He's Baby Keem. Let's appreciate that. Let's get to it.
Hi, my name is Lakendi Govan, and today is my 21st birthday, and hopefully I'm about to go out to the bar. And this Boo Man. Okay, Boo Man, say how old are you? You too? Speak up. I'm 2. You too? Yeah. And when is your birthday? March 22nd. Yes. This little boy is very, very smart, and I love him. Give me a kiss. I'm about to take pictures. We're about to take pictures too because the camcorder saves it all and also picture saves it all.
When we leave, delete some of the lights because I got a light bill.
All right, come on, let's go. Where my keys at, babe? All right, bye, Boo Man. I can't go sit down. She got the picture. Piggy got the picture. Come on, man. Come on.
I can't tell them why, but this is
it's triggering me.
Yeah. It's doing it for me for a reason I can't tell them.
Yeah.
You probably know that
yeah,
that
bro. Oh, Boo Man.
Damn.
Where my keys at, babe? All right, bye, Boo Man. I can't go sit down. She got the picture. Piggy got the picture. Come on, man. Come on.
The nights are cold, I've been alone. I sit and wait for to come. But what can I say? Please don't wait. You know the way. You know the way. You know the
The family moves to Vegas once my grandmother passed away. Janet's just like, know what? I hear Vegas is cheap to live. Let's go ahead and move to Las Vegas. Vegas was 10 times better than California, I could tell you that, as far as financial, not being afraid of like the neighbors, not being afraid of letting Hakeem be outside to play.
He had to be like, he was little. He had to be
Hakeem,
like 4, 5.
Yeah, he was like 4 or 5, when we stayed. Because he moved over here when he was like 2.
Yeah.
His mother, Janet, stayed over in the next apartment complex. Yeah. But he was always with us. So it was my mother, her boyfriend at the time, my brother, and myself, and then Babe. You stayed right here.
I stayed right here. He had a little girlfriend up in here. That little girl used to stay around. She used to knock on the door. What you doing? I'm coming for Keem.
I'm like, oh, I got an auntie right here and an auntie over there. So I used to be like 4 years old going all the way around the big wheel. I take the big wheel and then go eat their food. So I was just that kid that just like always just like running around ever since. And then there's these girls. She like my girlfriend. I had a couple girlfriends like in school, like 4 years old. It was this family. It was just a bunch of girls. And I used to just go over there all the time. And I guess the dad was never home. And then all of a sudden I go over there. I'm like, bro, there's boards on the window. Like, what the fuck happened? Like the dude did some foul shit, got home, like killed 3 of the siblings.
Oh, wow.
Shit like that would happen. It was like weird shit in Vegas. Like,
whoa, okay. Oh shit.
Hey,
Yeah, I went for that part. Go ahead.
When was it? When did Melodic Blue come out? What year was that?
I think 2020.
2020. Okay, gotcha.
Maybe 2021, but definitely early pandemic time.
Okay.
Ooh, shit. Okay, so the progression of the treacherous day in, day out, and like financial strain of living in California, you know, when he was young, and like all of them, you know, and a lot of their family like also having roots in Chicago and shit like that, seemingly going from bad to worse. Landing in Long Beach. Shout out to Uncle Richard. You know, he picked up a habit in documentary 1, and then just talking about how Kendrick was saying, we don't call ourselves the Hillbillies for nothing, and then thinking about the Beverly Hillbillies and how it being like this very destitute family packing up their shit and coming to California, but like also bringing all of who they are with them. You feel what I'm saying? So like when he said that, it was just like, damn, oh, like that makes sense. It makes so much sense now, like just thinking about where they picked that up from, the style that they're using when they present as the Hillbillies, and just how much it actually connects to their come up stories. I just thought it was a name that they just snatched up. But yeah, it's that it gave a lot of context. And then from them moving from, you know, California to Las Vegas, and it having some good things, but also what he's starting to realize is it may not be a day in, day out thing, but some of the bad shit that happened may be on a worse level than it would happen, you know, when they was in California. You know what I mean? It could just happen every time. And
all of this is just really on brand for me. Honestly, I'm not surprised by any of it. With how intentional Kendrick has been, even with Baby Keem as well, with as intentional they has been their entire career. Like, it don't shock me that now we're getting like the context behind the shit that he's already presented out through, you know, PG Lane, through whatever Baby Keem is working on through this project. Like, it just all just makes sense to me. I rock with it so far. I liked episode 1, so I'm interested to see what happens here.
All right, let's keep going. I just wanted to stop and say that.
My name is. I grew up in Las Vegas. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. Keem, that's my brother. When I came here from Hurricane Katrina in 2005, so I was a kid. But I was, of course, I looked at Vegas the same way everyone else looked at Vegas. I thought it was, you know, it was nice and sweet, but it's like, it's not glamorous out here.
I just seen like weird, grimy shit. Like I seen prostitution and pimping.
It's everything. Homeless people, prostitutes, the gang banging is at an all-time high. The murders, the robbings, the killings. It's the city of sin for sure.
Streets filled with diseases and priests and teachers.
that she moving is just unforgiving. Let's get it. Right by the woods, like real casino, my nigga, a belly with them.
Like, keep it like chaotic.
I know they drum like I'm from a goddamn way. My doggy check out your flight out of midway. I might just get up with y'all mañana. Whatever y'all heard of that night is just his. The gay homie said you niggas is buns. Whatever you're doing, that shit is not giving. Shawty chose up on a whole nother nigga. The way that she moving is just unforgiving. Let's get it. Shake. Right by the woods, like real casino, my nigga, I barely have parents. I tell Diana my secrets, that's really my twin, like I look in the mirror. You just have day right, but it's an incredible feeling to face all your fears.
What he said, you did your big one. It's an incredible feeling to face all your fears. I see why Thug mad. He like, damn, bullshit ass Keem got them snaps. I need what bullshit ass Keem got.
Yeah, I just hogging all the blessings over there, huh?
All
the blessings.
All on that bullshit ass Keem right there. I like that though. I like that. It seemed like it's gonna have a much more like because the way that I described Melodic Blue, I think when we were doing those reviews back then was like sophisticated rage music. So hearing this, it seems like the sophistication gonna turn down just a notch, and we really finna like we go to this Keem concert, somebody might get punched in the face. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I like this this visual aid, and how it's kind of just putting us in the mind of where he was at when he made this, and also the mind of a kid being shaped and molded by these experiences. So I saw somebody say in the chat, it just make you root for them and their success even more, what I'm saying, knowing what they came from. But yeah, you got anything you want to say before I play it again?
I was about to say something, but I don't want to say it.
Okay.
It's gonna lean back into the other shit, and I don't want to go down that road.
Let's not. Yeah, let's not. Yeah.
Every night. We out 5 in the morning getting fucked up. All night, every day, bitch. Where we look on the ground? Bitch, I ain't never drunk. Man, this bitch, I don't know what the fuck she talking about. She be out here. I'm not never fucked up. The life in Vegas. Azaria birthday. I take a picture of the cameras on me now. I mean, we been just like this. But round. I'm fucking drunk and shit. You still drunk, yeah, hold on. She asked me to go to the store, but she just don't know I don't have no license. Nah, fuck her shit up. She real drunk, y'all. Nasty, I'm fucked up. I'm not fucked up. Ooh la la, papi. Ooh la la, hey. Hey, y'all going to the store? Hey, come here. Hey, come here. Come here. Come here.
Angels game. Damn, bro. I swear, bro. Like when you grow up in the hood, bro, like, or when you like go to like certain places, like, cause it's levels to the hood.
Of course.
Like I grew up in the first like my coming into teenage years neighborhood wasn't necessarily the hood, and the street over was the beginning of the hood, and the street over in the opposite direction was the beginning of like the lower levels of the suburbs. So I was like wedged in the middle, a middle child, if you will. But once I moved to like where I would finish middle school and high school, you start to see and get access, because there was like this big migration of like a lot of the more hood kids moving into the neighborhood. I think they had like opened up Section 8 or some shit. So like a lot of kids that was like from like Gate City, just like more hood more hood areas in Birmingham started to come to that part. And like knowing what I know now, It's because all of the attorneys and like big business owners were like buying up all of those houses, holding on to them because they was like snatching up tax delinquent properties and using those once the people couldn't afford their property taxes, take the house from them for undue property taxes, and then sit on them and rent them out to Section 8 because they knew they was gonna get the money back. So it's like this big ass like system that introduced us to this that's out of our control or awareness growing up, but it's like now this big ass influx of like kids from these much more poorer socioeconomic environments, and you see shit like this. So like this is like it became the hood overnight in Tarrant. It became the hood overnight. So you look up and you see, oh yeah, it's women outside on the street having random conversations with dudes, putting folks on missions to go do shit. Like, and next thing you know, you start to see them is or whatever case is like, damn, and then you see the dude again and you realize the dude a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? Just like now you 7 feet away on any given day from like a person that's hooked on drugs or that could like snatch you up because you don't understand the environment that they from. That person just showed up out of nowhere. You feel what I'm saying? So like this shit is so familiar, and like some of the most triggering ways is just like, damn, bro. Like everybody know that dude that is. They always call him Mr. something, Mr. Earl, Mr.
Mr.
and some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And he always walking the street. He might not even be no bad person. You feel what I'm saying? But like you grow up, you like, damn, bro was like strung out. Like bro had a real bad alcohol problem, lost his wife and his house. You feel what I'm saying? And he was just walking the streets because he ain't had nowhere else to go.
And then these neighborhoods is always adjacent to some of the most horrible environments to live in. Like, cause you know, you talking about Tarrant, and we got North Birmingham next door, Elmore City, Hudson Middle School, all the way over to Carver High School, over there by the plant, and it's just like that whole little strip right there from Hudson Middle to Carver High School, bro. It's exactly the same shit you describing. Is that whole strip from that point to that point? It was rough, man. I ain't gonna hold you. It was kind of rough.
But on the flip side, kind of in relation to episode 1, and I'm about to play it, is like in these areas too, you know, probably had some of the best experiences you had in your life. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I remember, and I promise I'm gonna play it after this. Like, I learned how to regulate, like, in the hood in Midfield. Like, it was in like the projects that's like got the concrete walls, not concrete floors, but like concrete walls, like the shiny hard ass laminate floors. Like the house was white on the inside, like white brick. Feel what I'm saying? Like you go upstairs to go use the bathroom, it's a roach in the toilet, like type shit like that. But then like at nighttime, everybody looking for a reprieve from that hard life that they experiencing. So niggas is outside playing music, dancing, having a great ass time. So it's just like the dichotomy of you could be in this area, you could get killed, or you could go to this area and like feel the most love that you ever felt in your life because everybody is looking for love in that place. But yeah, let me start back though before I start reminiscing too hard.
Yeah, man.
See what I mean? That's how a female man put it down. Have a nigga coming out their pocket. Right there, this study couple shit here. I'm like, lay your motherfucking woman. Go tell him, fuck him and his woman. Don't tell that nigga.
I run away. Let me get it again. I like that lyric better. I run away on Mother's Day. Yeah. I ran away. I feared away.
When we started feeling like we have to take care of Hakeem was when he was about like 2 years old. It's not that Janice did not want to have a kid. It was more so that during the time when she was pregnant, she was having complication with her Hakeem's dad. So then she would like go in and out of like crying, and then it was her first kid. You know, so it's not that she didn't want to have him. It was just complicated.
Just loop the first half. No.
I run away on Mother's Day.
So cold and I don't feel love.
My love is straight. I feel it. I feel it. Someone's away. Someone's there. No love away. So far away. Somewhere away.
So cold when you push my love. When you can't even love. So cold. So cold. When you turn back away.
So about you are listening, help lady.
Lady? I don't see a lady. Shut up. Shut up.
What's up, Kimmy?
Yes.
Janice,
You got a lot to offer, girl.
you want to go for a walk with me and the baby? Look at me. Janice, what's wrong?
When I come to Vegas, I'm the older cousin. So Vegas, I'm in LA. Vegas, like, you don't take that stretch unless you finna party or do some shit. So I ain't really come out to Vegas like that. But each and every time I did, Hakeem came through to see me, and he was always looking up to me, and he was always thriving to be something. And I seen that in him, you know what I'm saying, early. You know what I'm saying? I heard that pain and what he been through with his moms, with his family, you know what I'm saying, being a kid, you know what I'm saying, being an older brother. I felt all that. When I was talking to Dre in the van, like I said, man, Hakeem gonna blow. I seen it in him. You feel me? Like, I was like, he gonna blow. That hip hop saved lives.
Turned up.
Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. I'm about to put.
Baby King turned.
And the winner for the best afro at the Grammys.
That's hard, bro.
He turned up, bro.
That's hard. That's hard. Shout out to Jalopy, man. Shout out to Jalopy.
Is this supposed to be more leading up to the album, or is that the last one?
You never know. Niggas might drop a whole 60 minutes the day before the album drop. You never know.
Okay, it's this Friday, right?
Yeah, on the 20th. Okay. Yep. I ain't gonna be available on the 20th to react though.
Okay.
Maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday, but I don't think I'm gonna be available Friday.
Okay.
But yeah, like this album gonna be, at least from some of the stuff that I've heard, it's gonna canvas a bunch of different emotions because we got the snippet.
Hey, Skip.
Go ahead.
It said the stream unavailable. It said stream has been suspended for policy violations. I think it's the Ludacris. Gotta be. Gotta be. Because the moment it played, because I got the stream up on my phone. Mm-hmm. And the moment that came up, that came on the screen. So I think they flagged the stream.
Let's see. It'll probably come back up because sometimes when they do that, it stop it until you stop playing it.
Yeah. As soon as Ludacris came on, they did it. I'm like, bro, y'all crazy. Like, how y'all be catching that shit that quick like that? We only played like what, maybe 30, not even 30 seconds, maybe 15 seconds of the song.
Hold on. It's still down. Let me
Damn, Luda.
Lame as hell. We can start another stream.
And Luda right there behind you. Yeah, bro. UMG is not playing with our ass. UMG said snatch.
Let me see. Let me go in the email and see what happened. Oh, okay. There we go. We back.
Let me go in the email. Okay. Yeah, there it is. I see it now. We
back. Yeah, we lost like 70 people that fast. We lost 70 people that fast, bro. Shit crazy. It was like 330. Now it's like 260. That's crazy. Come on back.
Yeah, y'all come on back, man.
Come on back telling me what you're seeing on.
They said, oh, hell no. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Nigga out, bro. That shit crazy. Okay, so I know we're not gonna play this. I was gonna I had saved Kendrick 2016 Grammy his Grammy performance. We're not gonna play it.
Don't play that
We're
Grammy
not
shit.
gonna play it.
Don't do it.
I think we finna go into the Wayne
We finna get
slash
fucking blocked on this whole, bro.
yeah, we're gonna go into the Wayne and Larussell. But before we do that, I want to have a brief conversation.
Yeah.
I did a stream of consciousness on Instagram the other day.
Yeah. I saw it.
Wagwan brethren. But I was saying I was talking about and it's coming up in this J. Cole thing, but it's also coming up in this Wayne conversation, but just also just hip hop at large. Like I think there is okay, yeah, I guess we can do that. What were your final thoughts of Doc 2 before I get into the criticism conversation?
You can definitely sense and feel a lot of the anger, the anxiety of it. Then especially when he showed Janice at the end there, she just got her head down. Like you can tell like that really hit. Like she was really going through it in that moment like that. And just to have this type of vulnerability like that, I mean, you already putting it in the music, but to actually visually show it. Like, but well, first of all, just props to your family even keeping documentation of things that y'all went through y'all life. Because I mean, a lot of those recordings and things like that. Okay, they hit us again, bro.
Damn, what we do now?
Stream suspended for policy violations. God damn, bro.
Are we getting reported?
We gotta be, bro. It's the cold waters.
I think somebody reported. We're not even playing nothing. We don't even have nothing in the queue to yeah, we're not doing anything. Let me see what the email is saying. When copyright content is detected, after the copyright material is no longer being streamed, streams are automatically re-enabled. We're not doing anything. We it ain't even nothing up. It ain't nothing in the lobby to be played.
I ain't got nothing playing in my background or nothing. So I think we may be getting reported this time. I ain't gonna hold you. They hit us with the violations, bro. See this.
They being lame as hell, bro. We might have to end the stream and come back.
Yeah, man.
All right, just stay there. We're gonna double back.
Yeah.
Same thumbnail and all. And the crazy thing is it's still showing us live like we doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna start another one.
Yeah, we finna lose all